Hi everyone, and welcome to Mail Something Pretty. I'm Christine Josty, and I'm going to show you this fun Zinnia card. I love the juxtaposition between the bright colors and then just the black and white. Stampin' Up! Had actually created a sample similar to this, and I just changed it because theirs was like a bigger square card, so I kind of changed some things around to it, and it just spoke to me, and so I decided to make it, and that's what I have on the inside of the card. So let me show you how we're going to put this together. Put it that way. Okay, so I have some pieces prepared and some that we need to do. All right, so my card base is Melon Mambo, a standard card size, 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it in the middle at 4.25. And then this is from the Simply Zinnia Designer Series paper. And this piece is kind of just a Melon Mambo tone on tone, so you can use either side. And so we'll decide as we get to both those cards kind of show both sides of the paper. So they both look great. And that is just 4 by 5.25. And I have a piece for the inside, and so I think that's the same. Yep, 4 by 5.25. That will go on the inside. I have another white that we're going to stamp on, and then I have this Berry Burst color, and so that is, I don't remember, 3 by 4.25. And so we're going to emboss that with the Zinnias embossing folder. Hopefully you can see the patterns. It kind of goes that way, and it's just really cool. So actually, we're going to do that. We have to stamp and cut too, so we'll just kind of prep, and then we'll do the machine things at the same time. So the stamp set is the Simply Zinnia stamp set. We're going to use this big stamp here, but it's a great set. It does come with coordinating dies, and so we're going to use this die here that will cut it out for us, but they have some separate flowers that I have some videos and projects showing that, and then you get a whole bunch of dies in that set. We're going to use that one. All right, but first we're going to stamp. And for this one, it actually doesn't matter which black you use because I'm just leaving it black and white. I'm not coloring, so it doesn't really matter. Personally, I think you get a crisper image with the StazOn black versus the Memento black, but they both work fine. I also like to keep my black inked, so I do re-ink it often because that just keeps it nice and dark. This is a big stamp, so that's why I'm kind of applying the ink to the stamp versus the other way around. And you want to give a press kind of everywhere because, again, that is a big stamp, so you don't want the middle not to be stamped. And so I really do think that the StazOn ink, the black, gives it a little bit of a crisper edge, but both are fine. I have both. I use both. All right, so now we're going to cut that, and we're going to emboss this with our Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. It's such a long word for this cool machine here. All right, we will emboss first, I guess, since that's closer. So for the embossing for the sandwich, we need the big platform and then the gray platform, because this is a 3D embossing folder, which just means it's pretty thick and it gives really nice deep impressions. And so for this one, you can kind of see it really doesn't matter where I put this one. Sometimes it matters getting it straight, but this one doesn't. But I have arrows here because we used it for an event, so I want to make sure everyone put the folded side in. Otherwise it can buckle. And so we're just gonna roll that through, and then I'll show you. You get this beautiful impression. Both sides are nice. So again, for this card, you can kind of use either side. I'll show you samples. I did use both. All right, and so now we're gonna cut. So then we're gonna not use the gray plate. We're still gonna use that same platform. We're gonna use this skinny little one. And then we're going to use 2 clear plates. The bottom one, we're going to put on our stamped image, and we're going to line up our die here. Sometimes that's hard on camera because my phone is straight looking down and I'm looking on an angle. So I don't always get a good look, but I think that's good. And then this will go through. Put that down. And then that just pops out. Oh, yeah, so we get a nice cut there. All right, so now we can kind of put our card together. So we have our Melon Mambo. I'm just going to fold that in half. And then that's for the inside. Now I have to decide which side I like. I really do like them both. I'll just go with this one, I guess, because that's how it was. Put that on there. It's like kind of like an ombre-ish card with of the color tone. So then our berry burst, and both sides are nice. I'm just going to use, actually I think I'll use that side. And I'll show you two versions in a second of both sides. That's just going to go right in the middle. You wouldn't normally pick berry burst and melon mambos together, but they're kind of, it's just happy. Did I use all the same? No. Okay, just to show you, I don't even know if you'll be able to see so well on camera, but that's one side of the folder and that's one side of the folder. The other side, I should say. So both are good. You can't go wrong. And then I'm just going to put that straight on with glue. You don't need too much. Maybe a little more than normal actually, because you have all this bumpy edging. So I probably did use a little bit more than I normally do. All right. And the good thing with the glue is you want to make sure you kind of put your cover on so it doesn't clog in between. All right, so we need to stamp our greeting. I have extra pieces just in case. And I'm going to use the greeting that kind of came with it. Obviously you can use anything you want, but sending flowers and thinking of you, and that's just nice. It's a nice greeting. All right, I'm going to pull it a little closer to me so I can see. All right, and I just cut that. I just kind of, what I do is I take my ruler and I kind of measure how wide it is and how long it is, and that's how I determine the size to cut. All right, and then I already cut a few pieces here. These we don't need. I already cut these flowers from that same Zinnia die set, and then that's for the inside. I'll just throw that on there now. It's just 1 inch by 4. You can make yours however wide, but these flowers are kind of big, so I wanted you to at least see them. And it just breaks up the white of the whole inside. All right, so now put this back here. If I can pick these up here. They're similar, but I'm going to say this one goes on top of this one. Just a tiny little dab of glue. Pick that up, put it on top, and then again I'm going to do a tiny dab of glue. I don't know if you can see how tiny it is there. And then this will go right on top to create a little zinnia. And then I'm going to put just a little glue behind here, maybe a little on the stem. And I'm just going to put it right there. and our words will get popped right on top. So I'm going to use dimensionals. You could glue it flat, but I think it's kind of nice to have it popped up. I have a little bowl here that I keep all my little dimensional backings. That way they're at least kind of in one place, because they can get everywhere. And that will just go right on top. And then you have this sweet little card that you can send somebody. So here are kind of the 3 versions. Just, I mean, it's all the same. Oh, I forgot to put some gems on there. Just different, really, the background paper. I have some purple gems. What are they called? Purple fine shimmer gems. And I'll just looking for my tweezers. I'll just add a little one on top here. These ones just comes with 2 sizes. Sometimes I don't know where to put them. One on the corner here, and I'm trying to use each of the colors. I'll put one there. I think I have gems in different spots on all the cards. I have 2 and 1. A lot of times you do 3 for the odds sometimes work. And this one I just have 1. So anyways, those are, put them down here, a fun little bright fun card to send. So I hope you liked it. Let me know. Again, I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and if you are not receiving my emails, I highly suggest you do that. So hop over to my website, mailsomethingpretty.com, and just enter in your name and your email address. You'll get a tutorial right away, or a guide, I think, and you'll get a whole bunch of great emails that hopefully will help you with your paper crafting. So thanks very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.